Hey everybody, Zerad's here from Not Casuals, today bringing you episode 5 of the Genshin Weekly, where I cover everything that has happened or all the news from the week for Genshin Impact. In today's video, I will cover a few subjects, most of which have to do with the future of Genshin Impact as well as the upcoming patch and characters. So first, we're going to talk about Xiao a little bit. There has been some information about him, some leaks, and we want to clarify some things. Next, I will talk about 1.3, the new event, the tower defense event. We have had a little bit more information about what that might look like. And as well, there are tons of new weapons that have been data mined, both 4 stars and 5 stars. We also have some rumors about a new event coming in the future for all of us. And lastly, I will cover the Genshin Impact roadmap that was leaked on the Chinese side, where there are rumors of everything coming up for Genshin Impact in the next 3 years. Now, I have no idea how true that is, and we don't really have any way of verifying, but some of the information on there is actually quite interesting as it corroborates with some information that we already had ourselves. So first, I want to talk about Xiao. Now, there has been obviously a lot of hype about Xiao. He has been in the beta, and we haven't seen him since. Now, it is confirmed that he is coming in the next patch. The next character banner after Guan Yu most likely will be Xiao. It could be Hu Tao, but in any case, he will be in the next patch for sure. Now, we have seen a leak posted on Reddit and on every Twitter and everywhere that's possible of someone doing a domain with Xiao with C6 and literally obliterating the domain in like 10 seconds. It was absolutely insane. Of course, C6 Xiao looks like he's going to be overpowered as hell, but most 5 stars with C6 are. One thing I want to clarify here, though, there has been a lot of rumors about him being nerfed or not being as good in the beta and stuff like that. Now, I can guarantee you that he will have some changes and there might be some nerfs. Like, they don't want a character that will just come in and one-shot everything. But I am almost positive that no matter what, when he comes out, he will be at least as strong as the current 5-star top DPSs, and otherwise will be very comparable to Guan Yu that just came out in terms of being one of the best DPS in the game. Or in any case, he will definitely be good enough to beat all of the available content very easily. Now, talking of patch 1.3, we also have some information. Now, we know that there's going to be an event for the Lantern Festival, and some of it is going to have to do with letters, and there's going to be a website. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening. But we also know that there's a tower defense event that will be the main part of this whole patch, and that is going to be looking like a very fun event. There's been some leaks and screenshots that I have shared in the usual leak channel in our Discord, and you can go and check it out for yourself. There's nothing much to see other than the look of the towers, but it looks like there will be 7 different tower defense maps that you will have to go into and defend, and it seems like also this will be a co-op event, so that will be pretty fun. And it just means basically that you'll have to defend against waves of monsters alongside some of your allies, as well as some towers that you will have some control in placing. So it looks like it's going to be a very fun event. For those of you who have played Dungeon Defenders before, which is actually one of the first games we covered on this channel over 10 years ago, this is what this event reminds me of. And if it's anywhere near what that game was, it's going to be great because that game was amazing. Now next, as I said, there is going to be a lot of new weapons, of course. Now last week, I did talk about 2 new weapons that will most likely be coming. They're 4-star weapons, and they give an effect based on how many characters in your party are from Liyue or Mondstadt, which basically is a pretty interesting way of building your party because it doesn't have anything to do with the meta, but just about the character's origin. And now there seems to be confirmation that there will be more than just the weapons I talked about last week. So there was a spear that was from Liyue and a catalyst that was from Mondstadt that was basically giving a attack and crit rate buff that goes basically up to 44% attack and 28% crit rate if all characters in your party are from the same region and if they are maximum refinement levels. Now, there also seems to be a Claymore with that same effect, and they seem to have the attack percentage stat as a substat. So these are going to be very powerful 4-star weapons. Actually, if this weapon is true for the Claymore, it will most likely be better than the BP weapon, the Serpent Spine. So we'll have to keep checking on that because, of course, this is all information that is not confirmed. We do not know any of this for sure. This is just us having access to data mined information that is currently available in the game, but it is not finalized as they are still working on it. So this could change drastically or completely by the time it's out. So always take this with a grain of salt. But in any case, it's interesting to know what might be coming in the future. If you were planning on maybe buying the BP weapon or leveling up a certain weapon, knowing that something better might be coming might be worth the wait. Now, in the same aspect, we also have some information on the Primordial Jade weapons. Now, we have the Spear, which is basically Xiao's weapon. It has been available since day 1 in the standard banner, and will most likely be the weapon of the weapon banner when Xiao comes out, as it is probably his best in slot weapon. It has great effects and is a very powerful weapon in any situation for any spear user. But there seems to be also a sword, a bow, a claymore, and a catalyst of the exact same model with the same green color, though instead of having the stats that the current weapon has, they will all have the same itemization as the Hu Tao weapon. So they seem to have 20% HP bonus as a passive, as well as giving you attack bonus based on your character's max HP. Right now it's about 1.2% for refinement level 1, which is still a lot, as considering that a lot of our characters have almost 20,000 HP when they're max levels, which means that it would be quite a lot of extra attack for just a weapon passive on top of being very good itself. So this is going to be very interesting to look at. Again, this is not confirmed, but we do know that these weapons are coming out because they are currently in the game data, so they are being built. So I'm very excited to see, but these are all going to be 5-star weapons, of course, so we will not see them as often. They will probably come on one at a time in the banners, as we saw with the Geo weapons. Now, just quickly also, as I mentioned, there is a new event that has been rumored, and it is going to be basically called Overflowing Wealth or Overflowing Revelation. Now, this event seems very straightforward, but it will be a new event that gives us basically double reward from ley lines. This is going to be limited time daily. I don't know how it's going to work exactly, but it's going to basically let you do ley lines and get more rewards from them. So maybe like a little boost, maybe an event, a recurring event that will allow us to basically level up characters and get more Mora without having to spend so much of our resin, which is already very, very scarce in this game, as there really isn't much that doesn't require resin. So let's hope that this basically is a step in the right direction, making us have more rewards for our very small amount of resin that we already get. Now lastly, the one thing I want to talk about here is going to be the roadmap for Genshin Impact. Now when Genshin Impact released, they gave us a roadmap for the next patches, which is up to 1.3. After that, we do not have any information. They didn't give us any kind of roadmaps for the future. There might be an updated one from them officially that will come with the patch, but there has been some leak from the Chinese side of things where some kind of roadmap for the next 3 years has been revealed, and I do not think it is completely legit. I do think that it might be half kind of wrong, half kind of right, because there is some information on there that looks kind of BS to me, but at the same time there's some information on there that looks like it could be very accurate. So I'm not going to go too much in depth here, and obviously I can't share this on screen, but it will be available on our Discord as usual. But basically this would say that Inazuma and the housing system would not be coming out until 1.6 or 1.7, which is basically June or July of this year, so many months from now. As well as this would confirm that Venti would be the first rerun banner in 1.4. So after Xiao and Hu Tao, technically we would be getting a Venti banner followed by a Rosaria banner. And then 1.5 would have Klee banner return, 1.7 would have Child banner return, and we would be seeing Zhongli in 2.1 and Albedo in 2.2, which is obviously almost more than a year from now, so this is pretty far, but it seems like there are plans in rerunning banners. Now, we of course do not know if this is real or not. There's a lot of stuff. There's raid system announced, Dark Castle, Celestia, Hun system, Lost Kingdoms, a market system. There's a lot of stuff. I don't know how much I believe of it, though. There definitely needs to be a lot more content implemented in this game if this game will be surviving the next few years. But in this, at least, it says that there is hope of rerun banner, which I do think will happen for sure. And we do know that Rosaria has been pushed back until 1.4, so this kind of makes sense and aligns with that. So we'll have to see. There's supposed to be some kind of Moonstad festival that happens with 1.4 as well. So I mean, I'm excited to see what happens, and I would really like for Mario to actually give us some information instead of just basing off of leaks, because it is hard to know, but also it is hard to keep playing a game with such little content without having hopes of what's coming in the future. But I'm excited to see this, though it does seem like we would be seeing Inazuma in a very long time from now, and Sumeru, which would be the zone afterwards, wouldn't be until 2024 according to this. So it would be meaning that this game would have a lot of time between actual new content, which will really make the user base dwindle and come back only for big content. So that kind of scares me, but at the same time, at least I'm excited knowing that some of the stuff coming in the future might be very fun. So guys, that's about it for my Genshin Weekly episode. Of course, we run one of these every single week around reset time, and I cover the biggest posts, the biggest leaks, anything that's coming up to have some hope for the future, as well as cover some of the stuff that has happened in the past. Of course, there is right now quite a few events going on with the cubes and stuff, which is a very fun event, and I do hope that they keep along with these kind of events to really keep us entertained. If you're interested in watching us, we do have guide on this event, as well as we live stream and we clear this event on our accounts and possibly on some of our subs account when we log in and help you clear it on your account, same as we do for the Abyss already. So make sure to come and check it out. We live stream on a daily basis, and we also have a Discord server with tons of people, and we run giveaways every single month. So if you are interested, all the information is in the description as always. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.